Why, hello there. Looking for Imperial Roman legionaries, are we? Well, you came to the right place.
Indeed.
I'm not going to ask you to take a long, hard look at your life again. So, here we have Roman legionaries. Hail Caesar.
And one plastic scorpion catapult with 2 crew.
Sounds fun. This is a Roman legion. Well, it's not really, is it? It's 24 men. It's not a legion. A legion was what?
But in 28 mil,
men.
in 28 mil, that is.
Yeah, in 28 mil, this is a legion, so deal with it. Just life. So, Romans. Let's pop them out and.
More transfers.
Okay, these transfers are not the same. I'm starting off quite early. These transfers are the transfers for the auxiliaries. Now, you pull them with these transfers. Although if you go to Warlord's site, you can get all the different colours. If these were done with just the Imperial Eagle wings and the oak leaves, then you could paint the shield any colour you want and then stick the transfer on. Unfortunately, they're all these. So they're all the Victrix Regiment, Victrix Legion, this was 7th, which is red shields.
Yeah.
My favourite is the 10th which was the most awesome legion ever. It was Titus's legion, and they had white shields, and they had a boat as their emblem.
That is amazing.
Yep, because they were actually Marines, and they were landed on land, and they were used as a infantry force, and so they became a foot legion. Whereas they had been a Marine Legion originally, but they became a Foot Legion.
To be fair, as a Roman, what do you have to do to become a veteran Roman legionnaire?
Survive several battles.
Several.
Yeah.
Or do something heroic?
Possibly. Your veterans are part of every legion, and they're the oldest and wisest and most best at not getting killedest. And they're usually in the second company. Or the second, not company, what do you call Roman demi somethings? Something. Roman company.
Random Romans is so long.
It's a long time. I can't remember the names. Can't remember names. I cannot remember. It's been a long day.
Right, the plastic.
I cannot remember the names. No, that's what it is. But there will be the second. The first would be the Velite type troops, who are regular legionaries, but they're the ones who are good at scouting. They're young, fit and healthy. You send them out first to find out what's going on, and sometimes act as minor skirmishers if you don't have any own skirmishers.
And if they don't come back, then you know something's going on.
Yes, yes, you know there's a problem. Always confused me. Ever seen the film The Thing?
Yes.
Oh, of course you have. The film The Thing, right? He's smashing the radios. Is there an Arctic base, and he's smashing the radios with the idea that if he smashes the radios, help won't be able to come because you won't be able to call for help. Mm-hmm. Right? Do you know what happens when your radio goes dead on the Antarctic? Every single base around flies directly to your base to find out what went wrong.
Yeah.
Right? No, you need to keep the radio on.
At the end of the day, you're in the Arctic, right? Which means that if even a tiny piece of electrical equipment has gone down, something is definitely wrong.
You could all die. Yeah. So everyone will rush to your aid. What you need to do is keep the radio running and keep radioing. Everything's fine. How are you?
Make sure there's no fires.
Yes.
Because at night they can see that.
They can see the smoke.
There's no light pollution.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not what you do. You keep your radio running.
What you should do. The thing should just go through the corridors, don't smash any buildings, through the corridors, through the snow, very slowly. So
yeah, that's basically it. If you ever read the novella, the book that Who Goes There is the book that the thing is based on. They actually do address that, because this guy actually wants to break the radio, and he's saying, "No, don't break the radio, you idiot." Because people definitely will come if you break the radio. We need to not let anyone come and keep sending messages out. So here we are. Here are the Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpio.
Yeah. which is the Roman name for a bolt shooter. These guys were awesome. You could actually snipe individual people on the battlefield with this.
Used to always do that.
Yes, but in real life, the Scorpions would be set up, and you'd say, shoot that guy there, and they'd shoot that one guy. Because they were that accurate. They were great. But so this is basically a massive sniper rifle.
You know what I would have just done? Just get 10 lined up and just keep shooting them.
Yes, you were horrible with Romans. Yes.
Is that why I wasn't allowed to play Romans?
Probably, yeah. Yeah. Another thing about the Scorpio, there is a smaller version, which is a crossbow, which was used by legionaries, but it was only used during siege battles, and it was actually a repeating crossbow, where you could fire multiple shots.
What's that technology? Because we only got it back in that era.
Yeah, I know. So they actually had repeating crossbows, which were windlass with multiple strings, and so you could fire multiple shots, and they were used to clear battlements. So you'd climb up over the ladder, and then you'd just be able to clear the battlement, shoot everyone with a crossbow. They were great. The Romans didn't make many of them, and they didn't use many, they didn't need them, because the Roman legionary could kill more people than a crossbow. But useful, and these things are great. These things could transfix 3 or 4 people at the same time. So you could go through one Celt, and the Celt behind him, and the Celt behind him, and sandwich them all together, and it would be funny. For the Romans, not for the Celts.
No, it wouldn't be funny.
The Celts wouldn't find it funny. Yeah. Another trick is to fire it sideways into a siege engine. Use it as a harpoon.
Oh, yeah.
You put barbs on the end, and when the Parthians have got a siege engine to your wall, the reason you have towers is to fire catapults, to fire these from, because the towers stick out. So you can fire at the tower next to you, so you can fire at whatever's coming in, and you can pull it over, which is hilariously funny for you, not for your attacker. So, which is why you tend to attack on corners or gatehouses, because then you don't have an overlook.
When I'm playing strategy games, what I do is just get loads of catapults, blow the wall open, and then run in with cavalry.
Yeah, in real life, that doesn't really work.
No.
No. Do you remember when Saladin managed to breach the walls of Jerusalem?
Yep.
What happened to his army?
They got slaughtered.
It died.
By like a handful of people that were just made knights.
Yeah, because you only need a handful of men-at-arms surrounding a breach, because everyone comes in at head
Saladin
height.
didn't use cavalry.
He couldn't. He was fighting a siege.
Yeah, but if he did use cavalry to go for the breach, it could have worked.
Yeah, but the horses can't climb over the breach,
No.
and also a horse is pretty much useless because it was fortified. You just have dead horses everywhere.
Yeah, isn't this the same fortress that had like 3 different walls?
Yeah, three curtain walls. So even if they would have got in that breach,
Yeah, I wouldn't have surrendered. I would just go to the next wall.
well, they surrendered because they heard that the British weren't coming.
And
Yeah,
you didn't need them.
The idea was that there was supposed to be a relief army coming, but the French ran away because that's what they do. And genuinely, they actually did. At one time, the French ran away because the king got a cold. He got a cold and left the English and the Germans to fight, and we won. Because the English and Germans just are really good at fighting, and for some reason the French weren't. Which is funny, because the French are actually good soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, Napoleonic Wars.
No, they are genuinely good soldiers throughout history, but they're led by the worst commanders. It's like, yes, well, we know how to fight, sir. Well, don't fight like that. Just do this instead and you'll all die. Anyway, wasn't Guy French who led the Crusaders to massacre?
Yes.
Yes, he was French.
Yes.
Yeah, typical French. Sorry, we've just won
This
the.
really makes me want to watch Kingdom of Heaven again.
Yeah,
The literal siege.
with the guy out of Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah, who plays Legolas
Yes.
in Kingdom of Heaven.
Orlando Bloom.
But in Kingdom of Heaven, he actually plays Legolas. Does he fire a bow in that film? I don't think he does.
No.
No.
He doesn't really do anything. He just hits people with a sword.
Doesn't he fight? Eddie fights. He
fights at the end.
He gets his arm cut with a. He gets hit in the arm with a mace, doesn't he? Or something?
Yeah, but he only fights at the end, doesn't he?
I think he does. Yeah.
He spends most of the time just arguing with politics because no one wants to fight.
Yeah, that's why the film's boring. So, sorry, we're 10 minutes in. These are Romans. I bet everyone hates us now, don't they? Maybe we should do another video and call it Unboxing Roman Soldiers. Really?
We promise.
We promise. Yeah, so Romans. These are Romans. They're Roman legionaries.
So they're just normal.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What have we got? We've just got 5 standard men there, 5 standard men there. The helmets are all pretty boring. Standard arms. We've got arms throwing peeler and arms not. We have no plumbatas, which is depressing. And the Romans used plumbatas, which were little darts, and they threw them in the air and they'd level out and fall straight down on the enemy's head. Which is funny, because everything's funny if you're Roman.
Where's the sheath?
They have sheaths there.
Oh, is it already on?
Yes, they have sheaths on.
That's different.
So that's actually better. Dark Age stuff has sheaths already on, doesn't it?
No, I stick them on.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
On all of them I've had so far, I had to stick them on apart from this one.
Oh, what was it that has sheaths already on?
That's them.
Oh, right. Yeah, so we have guys armed with the Gladys and we have guys armed with the peeler. I remember this being... basing them in is not easy because there's a lot of guys throwing and it's quite hard to get them all to fit together. So basing 4 to a base, it's actually quite hard to do.
It depends how you base them, really.
Yeah, if you're basing 4 to a base.
Yeah.
Our Roman Jewish game, we played 4 to a base. Hail Caesar, six bases to a regiment, to a legion, sorry, and four figures to a base, which looked great, but they were you couldn't put 2 legions next to behind each other because the spears were too long, so they didn't fit together well. So we prefer basing individually now, don't we? Yeah. So all these we'll base these individually, and if you have a look, if you're still listening, thank you. If you have a look at our the links below, we'll have a link to our eBay site, which we'll have these figures on when we've done them, and you'll see what they look like.
Yeah.
Because what we're going to do is we can get hold of these quite easily, so we'll paint them up for us, and we'll put the pictures on, and if anyone wants them, we'll do yours too.
Yeah.
So that's basically, if you want to support the channel, do it that way. So the guys are in Segmentata armour. Segmentata? All right? Segmentata?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, Segmentata.
Sorry, the lady of the house is speaking. Segmenta.
Oh, Segmenta.
Hey, we're posh, aren't we? We know all the Latin words, don't we? No, okay. Right, she actually does know Latin, so... so this is...
Deus Fulgenario.
Deus Fulgenario. Genario? God Will's Victory?
No, God Will's War.
Genario's War?
Yeah. Looked it up.
Oh.
Thought it was a really cool sentence, so I used it on my Xbox profile.
Right. You're a strange person. Why would God will war?
I know.
Obviously to get rid of people who don't believe in him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's a bit weird, isn't it? Genario against a man. Victus. Victus's
Victory by any chance?
No. Victory, yes.
Yeah,
Victory.
It must
be. So war. No, I don't know. I don't care. Who cares? No one cares. It's a dead language. The only people who care are people who play with Romans and 40k players. With that weird broken Latin that 40k seems to use.
Yep.
Like Adeptus Astartes is Latin for Space Marines, And it turns out it's actually no, Astartes was the name of the woman who created the Space Marines. So they're not even named after Lati, it's just her name.
Yep.
She's the name of the engineer who created the Space Marine. It's Astartes. So they're called the Adeptus Astartes. They're her troops. They're Astartes' troops. That's all it means. And yet we've got all these weird ways of saying things in 40k, which is just silly. Yeah, sorry, we've got Romans here. If anyone's interested in Romans, they're here. Deal with it. They're cool. I've got a command sphere as well, if anyone cares at this point. We have the Hand of the Emperor. Look.
Hey.
Look, that is actually the hand of the actual Emperor, and if you're a Roman, you would believe it because you were really gullible. Do we have the face in a box? No, we don't. Ah, that's a shame. Right, you could replace the Hand of the Emperor with a face in a box. A silver face in a box. We had that for our Flatentus Legion, didn't we? Didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, we did for our Flatentus, yeah. We had the face in a box. And funnily enough, it was the face of Titus's dad. Which is funny, because he's the head of the Legion, and it was his dad that was the Emperor. So he had his dad's face on his banner. Sorry, we need to get out more. Done.
We've done it.
I can't see the point in talking anymore.
If you enjoyed the video,
we're not going to talk about Romans.
And comment down below what you think of the Imperial Roman Legionnaires. That's everything from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.